I should have decided what I'm gonna say before I started moving. I'm Matt with TLC 4x4, and this is our latest project. What you're looking at here is a 1988 FJ142. For those of you who don't know what a FJ142 is, that means we took an FJ62 body and we put it on an FZJ80 frame. Now, the biggest reason we would want to do that is for the suspension and the all-time all-wheel drive. The FJ80s also come with ABS and beefier axles. We want to use all of those components from the 80 series, but we want to put them underneath the 60 series body so that we have the style of the 80s with the performance of the 90s. Our first step is the same for all of our restorations. We separate the body from the chassis and we completely gut the interior. We get it to a point where it's just the body of the truck. From there, we sandblast it. The doors, the body, the hood, all of the panels, everything gets sandblasted down to the bare metal. Once it's fully prepped for paint, we send it over to our paint booth. And at that stage, we're able to select colors with the client and decide what we want this thing to look like. When it showed up to our shop, it was this same two-tone color combo. The top is a Toyota Beige 4G8, and the bottom is a Toyota Pearl Gray 153. We kept it just like it was, but we made one minor modification. We raised where the two-tone line splits the vehicle up by just a few inches. It used to be right on the body line that cuts through the door handles, and now it's a little higher than that. So in addition to the paint color, we also kept the rest of the trim and components factory as well to keep with that original style, such as the bumpers, the fender vents, the quarter panel vents, all the handles and logos. Everything is as it was from Toyota. We only did a few things to the exterior of the vehicle to modernize it. We added JW speaker LED headlights. They're modern headlights where you can see really well at night, unlike those old original halogens from the 80s. In addition to that, we added automatic side steps. So anytime you open any of the doors, the steps will come right down automatically. What's cool about those is when you get into the vehicle and shut the door, the side steps tuck back underneath the vehicle to retain the clean factory body lines. We retained the factory vents on the front fenders, but the rear vents have our billet aluminum quarter panel vents. For the wheel and tire choice on this truck, we wanted something that kept in line with the factory look. But because we're running an 80 series chassis, we've got bigger brakes. We couldn't run those factory 15-inch chrome steelies that people love. So we actually found these 1552 wheels. These are called the Patrol HD. They have the same look as those original OEM chrome wheels, but they're 17-inch diameter versus 15-inch diameter, allowing us to achieve that same look, but with a bigger wheel. So underneath this FJ62 body is the FZJ80 chassis. When preparing this chassis for a FJ142 build, we strip it down completely. We sandblast it down to the bare metal, but before we powder coat it, we have to fabricate it and modify it to accommodate the FJ62 body and body mount locations. Once we do that and it's fully fabricated and ready to go, we then send it off to get powder coated. Once we get the frame back to the shop, we work our way front to back. And everything underneath the body of the truck, even though you'll never see it, is built to the highest possible standard. We used the same approach with this engine bay that we do with all of our engine bays, which is to keep it as clean and tidy as possible while keeping it serviceable. Of course, you'll notice the LS3 crate engine tucked under the hood, but in front of that, you'll see a big aluminum radiator and a custom-made air box that we make in-house for these FJ62 bodies. In addition to that, you'll notice our Stage 3 badge. This particular truck is build number 37 in our build series, and these badges under the hood is a tall tale sign of whether or not we built the truck here at TLC. One of the primary reasons we like to use LS3s in our builds is serviceability. These LS platforms are so common in the States that you can get parts for these engines pretty much wherever you're at. With 430 horsepower, it's going to drive more like a modern car. You'll be able to get up to speed on the interstate much easier, and you can just keep up with modern traffic, unlike the old inline 6. When we take delivery of these projects, we completely gut the interior down to the bones. I mean, there is nothing in here. Even, I mean, the dashboard comes out, the carpet comes out. We even use dry ice to get some of that old original insulation up. And once we have it down to the bare metal, we start with 2 layers of sound deadening. We've got Dynamat and Dynaliner. When you're driving down the road, it reduces road noise. When you're shutting the doors, that helps contribute to the nice, clean, crisp sound of a door shut versus a vehicle that has no sound deadening. On top of the sound deadening, we do carpet. This carpet is not a carpet kit that we're buying off the shelf. We are hand cutting and hand making these carpet kits in-house. We're cutting them to size. That way it has the fit and finish that we are looking for. And that also allows us to go ahead and make matching carpet floor mats while we're at it. We have a lot of options when it comes to color. So if you're going with a gray or a black or a brown interior, we'll be able to make a carpet kit that matches the rest of the interior. Once the carpet and headliner is in, then at that point, we're able to start installing things like the seats and the center console and buttoning up the dash and all of the cargo panels. So on this particular truck, we kept with the brown theme throughout to match and complement the exterior colors. So we've got a Moore & Giles leather throughout the truck. We used 6 hides of leather, and we wrapped everything from the dashboard to the steering wheel to the e-brake boot to the seats. There's leather on the grab handle on the passenger side of the dash. There's leather wrapped custom door panels. We even made a custom little leather pad on top of this TLC center console. Typically on these FJ62s, the seats are either fabric or at least have fabric inserts, but instead of fabric, in this case, our client went with Chilowich. This Chilowich insert is a very durable option if you're gonna be using the truck a lot and sliding in and out of the seat a lot. It's a very durable material, and it also, from a distance, has a factory look and aesthetic to it. It's just much more durable than cloth would be. Now, these door panels, we actually make entirely in-house. We have a template that we use, and we cut out fresh door panels for every truck, and each door panel typically gets its own unique design for that specific customer. And the fact that we make these door panels in-house allows us to personalize them to the client. The center console is a center console that we make in-house. It is a lockable center console with cup holders, which if you drive an original Land Cruiser, you're gonna know there's a lack of cup holders. These center consoles, because we make them in-house, we can customize them. We can put heated seat buttons on them. We can add wireless phone chargers to them, add extra USB ports, whatever you're looking for. The 2 front seats are actually upgraded front seats from the original. They're a bit larger in general. The back is taller, and it's got better side bolsters for just day-to-day driving comfortability. For the back seat, we reused the original back seat. We just completely stripped it down to the metal, and we refoamed it and recovered it with matching leather and Chilowich upholstery, and it retains all of the factory latches, and so it still operates like an original 62 rear seat. It can fold all the way down just like they always do. Moving on back behind the rear seats is the cargo area. And in the cargo area, we also have our handmade cargo panels on the sides. We retained the factory location of the rear wiper fluid and the toolkit. All of that stayed the same. We just made new cargo panels to match the rest of the interior. For the stereo system in this truck, we tried to keep it super simple. We have a modern head unit with wireless CarPlay. We also have a backup camera, and then we've got fresh speakers throughout, so it sounds like what you would expect out of a modern vehicle. We have a new AC and heat unit in here that blows much better than the original climate control. We also have new gauges. These gauges are designed to mimic the original FJ62 gauge clusters, but they also enable us to communicate with the LS3 under the hood, so you have accurate readouts in front of you. A lot of the components that you see here are original from the FJ62, but we're doing things like wrapping them in hand-stitched leather. We're updating things like the console and with the seats, and by doing these small touches, it doesn't dramatically change the look of it. If you're standing 10 feet away from the interior and you're looking, you would be forgiven to think that it's a factory interior. It looks mostly original, but when you actually use this truck on a daily basis, all of those touch points just give you a more premium experience. And that about does it for this build. This was a super fun project to put together, and we're really proud of this Land Cruiser. If you're interested in learning more about TLC 4x4 and the process to build your own vehicle, reach out to us. Or if you're just here for the Land Cruiser content, make sure you're following our channel because we'll be posting a lot more as we go.